Hi there everybody, this is David and welcome to New RPG News. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about this week. This fall is like packed. It is jam freaking packed with all sorts of great RPGs. This summer has been kind of a dearth, I've got to say, but gosh, they are making up for it this fall and we have like 30 something stories to go over today, and I definitely do think that's worth the sub as you come and you join that party and you level on up with me. It helps me out a ton for your sub and your like. Thank you so much for that. So my top story is, again, next weekend I'm going to be in Seattle at PAX West with a panel with these cool kids, Just the Gems and Orbology, August the 31st at 12:30, the Leaf Theater Summit building. We're going to be talking about journeying into the magic of turn-based RPGs with a special guest. Actually, it is the creator of this game, Starbites, which I'm playing right above me, so we get to interview and talk to him as well. And I have some pictures here. This is of last year at PAX West, where we got together and hung out. That's Brandon, Just the Gems, and that's Emily, Orbology. She was dressed up as Estelle in her cosplay, super freaking cute right there. So yeah, we just kind of like took some pictures together and all that. There's the Mishi in front of, the Nice booth, Trail Through Daybreak and all that in the background right there. Had a whole lot of fun, posing with the Mishi, making a little peace sign and all that. So yeah, I do hope to see all y'all there. Also, still over on the Twitter, I have a giveaway going on if you follow me on over there, and this is for PC codes for a game called Epic Quest, which is over on the PC, and obviously it is an homage to classic 8-bit RPGs such as Dragon Quest. You can totally see that inspiration right there. So if you wanted to enter into that contest to potentially win, then please do so. The next story that I want to talk about before we move on into, a different video and all that kind of good stuff is the PS5 price is going up in the United States. Not down, it's going up. I remember back in the day, whenever a console got older, what did it do? Oh, well, the console's older, so the price must go down. At one point, the NES was $50. Like, seriously, $50 for an NES. It was the new NES, too. I remember that. But no, we are living in a totally different era where price increases go up as a response to a challenging economic environment, and we all know what that's code for. So yeah, $50 for the PS5, PS5 Digital Edition, and PS5 Pro. Holy crap, 750 freaking bucks for a PS5 Pro? That's crazy. Recommended retail prices for the PlayStation 5 accessories remain unchanged, and apparently this is a price increase in the US following similar increases in Japan, Europe, Middle East, Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. One of the best games I've ever played, Clear Obscure Expedition 33, is getting a new edition, an Amazon exclusive edition called the Mirror Edition. So yeah, it comes in this cool little box right there. Let's see, the Mirror Edition. Oh, it's mirrored, yeah. So the game on disc includes Tuck Box, whatever that is. I'm not really sure what a Tuck Box is. Exclusive steelbook featuring Versho and Alicia. And collectible cards includes 3 of a possible 10 exclusive collectible character cards to collect. I can't imagine anybody buying this like 20 times to get all the collectible cards, but hey, here it is. This exclusive edition is $60 on Amazon. It is for the PlayStation 5 as well as the Xbox. Although the image is unavailable for the Xbox edition for whatever reason. The standard edition is here as well. That is $50 there for the standard. I will include links to this below. We have a new gameplay trailer for Final Fantasy Tactics, The Ivalice Chronicles, one of my most anticipated games of this year. There's so many games that I'm anticipating this year. Y'all have no idea. Actually, you probably do because you're probably anticipating them all as well. But we have a new gameplay trailer for this. This is coming out, when is it? September the 30th. This fall is so freaking packed. September, October, November, super, super packed with games. I've played this game a million times. I absolutely love it. And I know that a lot of people are upset about it not having the PSP stuff in it. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But I'm still gonna buy it and play it because it still has extra stuff in it and all that, and it just looks so freaking good. It has extra quality of life additions, things like that. And also, if you go to Amazon, there is an Amazon exclusive edition. I've talked about this before. It is $50. You can only buy this game on Amazon with this Amazon exclusive edition, and it comes with this double-sided poster. So that's why I definitely want to get this one on Amazon in order to grab that poster and put it up on my wall, because I don't have enough posters on my wall. I need to get even more. I guess Square really is going all in on their multi-platform release thing that they're talking about, even though, again, you know, Bravely Default is still Switch 2, and the Adventures of Elliot demo is still Switch 2, although you can buy that on other consoles, Adventures of Elliot, but not Bravely Default, unfortunately. But now you can buy Triangle Strategy on the PS5 and Xbox. It was originally a Switch exclusive and has a limited time launch price of $42. After September the 4th, the price will change up to $60 right now. This was like one of the, well, it wasn't the first. Octopath Traveler was the first HD 2D game, and then this was like the second HD 2D game. They wanted to try their hands at different genres and everything, and oh my god, this is a really freaking good game. I loved this game. If you like Final Fantasy Tactics that we just went over, you will definitely like Triangle Strategy. It is also a tale of political intrigue and things like that. It is much more verbose than Final Fantasy Tactics, but as far as I'm concerned, in a tactical RPG, that's not exactly a terrible thing. So yeah, I mean, if you can get through something like the Trail series, then you can totally get through something like this. Another cool thing about this game is that there aren't like just like generics, you know? And everybody has like their own job class. Everybody has their own name. Everybody has their own personality. So it's really cool. There's different ways to play through it. And there's like these hidden relationship meters and stuff. And as you're going through the game, it kind of knows what you've done, and once you hit these certain invisible thresholds, then other characters will kind of join in and join your party and meet you at the camp and everything. So you never know who you're going to get, and sometimes you can play through and get completely different characters than you got in your first playthrough. It's a very cool game. Unfortunately, though, it is not available physically on the PS5 or Xbox. If you do want to get it physically, you still have to buy it for the Switch. It looks like it is on sale on the Switch as well. Again, links below. Continuing Square Enix's love affair with the Saga series, this series has seen almost like a resurgence in the last couple of years, although it was never really gone, except for maybe like the PS3 era. It has a whole bunch of entries. Like, they're giving this series more love than it seems like they're giving to like Dragon Quest and even Final Fantasy, which is shocking to me. I mean, we got Romancing Saga 2, we got Emerald Beyond, we got Scarlet Grace, Ambitions. Now we're getting Minstrel Song Remastered. Oh, it's Saga Frontier 2 as well, which Shadow dropped earlier this year. Like, we're getting a ton of sagas. It's really kind of surprising to me. Anyway, this is launching on December the 9th, and there's a special edition as well as a standard edition. We're going to be going over it. It's coming out for the PS4, PS5, and Switch. And it says that this is a new edition that's sold separately from its original release, along with English, French, Italian, German, and Spanish localizations. The physical edition will be available for the PS5 and Switch in North America, but for the PS5, PS4, and Switch in Europe. So Europe's getting the PS4 version as well. Standard edition will be available at multiple retailers at launch, while limited and collector's editions will be exclusive to Video Games Plus in North America and Red Art Games over in Europe. So yeah, I played this game first on the PS2 whenever it came out, and this is a full-up remake of Romancing Saga 1, which came out on the Super Famicom back in Japan, which we never got, and now they're remastering that remake. So that's what this is right here. You can buy it for $45 for the Switch or the PS5. I'll include links to this, and then over here is the like the special collector's edition. This is Canadian dollars, so $60 Canadian is probably $45 American. I can't do the thing in my head or whatever, but I imagine that it's pretty similar. And there's a collector's edition, $100 Canadian, that would be cheaper in US dollars right there. So let's see what we got going on right here. It's an original art book. It actually has an instruction manual. Who freaking knew? Oh my god, we get an instruction manual. God, hell has frozen over. Original art book, and we get this steel book case as well, this cool little box, and these postcard things up there, artwork and all that. That's absolutely gorgeous. There's only 1,000 copies of this available right now. I will include links to this below. Yeah, collector's edition limited to 1,000 copies. Game with reversible cover, steel case, 3 postcards, art book, and manual. In another shocking shadow drop, Chosen the Sky First Chapter added a Switch 2 version, and a prologue demo is now available for the PS5, Switch, and PC, not the Switch 2 version right there. It says that the Switch demo is Japan only for right now, so if you want to play this, you have to play the demo on the PC or the PS5 right now, and all of your data will transfer on over to the full version. This is the entire prologue, which is like 5-something hours of gameplay. It's a really meaty demo. The Switch 2 version will be a digital-only release worldwide with no plans to release a physical edition. Game keycard backlash right in effect right there. Maybe again, they're waiting for the manufacturer to come through and make different sizes, and once they do, then they will create a physical edition for the Switch 2. Or they're just kind of like, screw it, nobody's buying the key cards, we're just gonna make it digital only. I don't know, this kind of sucks, but whatever. It'll offer a higher resolution and frame rate, as well as faster loading times compared to the Switch version. But this is like amazing! Users who purchase the Switch version in either physical or digital format will be able to upgrade to the Switch 2 version for $1. Yeah, you heard that right. $1. So you buy the Switch version physically, okay? You put it into your Switch 2. You pay $1 for the upgrade pack. Boom, done, the end. So that's probably why they're like, we have no, reason for a physical version, because everybody's got to buy physical, but just buy it on the Switch, my God. So yeah, that's kind of cool. In the demo version, players can experience the prologue of the story. Any save data can be carried over the full version of the game to continue the story. I made a full, complete video on this, I don't know, 3 days ago or whenever it dropped. And I went on through and I played the game, and I was playing it and I thought to myself, this is kind of slow, this is kind of choppy, but I didn't have anything else to compare it to. So it's like, maybe this is just how the game is. Maybe it's weirdo or wonky on Steam, whatever. I don't want to knock it. It was a good game. And then after I released that video, a lot of people were talking about the lag or the frame rate or whatever. And I was like, I don't know, it is what it is. I don't know. And then somebody told me that since I have a laptop, I have 2 graphic cards. I'm very computer illiterate. I had no idea. So apparently there's 2 graphic cards in a laptop, and I guess the game just like decides what graphic card it wants to use. I don't know. It just says, hey, I want to use the crappy one. I don't want to use the good one. I don't know why it does it, but whatever. So you have to go in and you have to like specifically choose the better graphic card. I've never had to do this before for any other game. I don't know why it's doing it for this one. It is what it is. But then again, after I heard that, I went through and I switched the graphic card up through the help of Google, and then I started playing the game, and voila, it looks a hell of a lot better. So yeah, don't take... So, I'm sorry, but, don't think that the frame rate on the PC is really terrible because of my video or whatever. It was just, I don't know why my laptop just decided, hey, I want to use the crappy one, not the good one, and I had no idea what was going on. Anyway, this is available for $60 physically on the Switch. If you want the Switch 2, it'll be $61 apparently. Another day, another demo. This is for Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree, but this demo, the save progress cannot be carried over into the full game. The demo features a dungeon Route 1, the outset, playable characters Rekka, Shigen, Origami, and Nishiki. The Shinju Village enhance your abilities at various facilities and materials obtained in the dungeon and enjoy stories with the villagers. Village facilities are the blacksmith and the dojo, but again, you cannot carry any of this demo progress over into the full game. This is coming out on September the 19th for the PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC, and it is only $40. Oh no, it's only $30. Shoot, I thought it was $40. Man, it's only $30. Good God. So Tales of Xillia, we're going to get to Tales of Xillia in a minute. Tales of Xillia is a $40 game, and it's a remaster. This is a brand new game that's a completely original IP, and it's only $30? Wow, is it $30 for the PlayStation 5 version? Wow, it's $30 for the PS5 version too. Okay, so that is very interesting right there. I don't know why they would do that, but it's always good to support new IPs. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to support new IPs. We don't see a whole lot of new IPs lately. So for only $30, I really do think that this is something that you guys might want to go out and support. I told you that we hit Xillia. Here we are. Tales of Xillia Remastered is coming out for the PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC on October the 31st. Not coming out for the PS4, even though Tales of Graces F came out for the PS4, and not coming out for the Switch 2 either. Fascinating. I'm wondering if it's game card backlash. I do not know. Coming out October 31st, that's Halloween, and one day after Dragon Quest 1 and 2. This fall, jam fricking packed. I really enjoyed Tales of Xillia back on the PS3. You can play as either Jude or Milla, and it's just very different. It was kind of a change in the series. It moved away from like world maps and things like that and moved into its own thing. It has a really fun battle system, has fun characters. At one point, it can get a little bit disjointed, especially if you play Milla's scenario and not Jude's. And I played Jude's scenario back in the day, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, this has new quality of life updates, including improved graphics, an autosave feature, the ability to toggle encounters, early shop access, and more, including like little destination markers. It contains all the downloadable content which was launched alongside the original release, and it also includes costumes, useful items, and other fun extras. And I've seen some people kind of whining about why is this doing that? Go away. Play the stupid trailer. What are you doing? Are you just not gonna play the trailer for me? That's fantastic. Play the trailer! Anyway, people were talking about, they're removing a pipe. There's some sort of add-on or something where Jude can smoke a pipe and he gets a little mustache thing going on, and they took out the pipe for smoking, which to me is very dumb. But then people are like, I'm not gonna buy the game at all. And Bamco isn't gonna get the message that you're not buying it because of a pipe. They're getting the message, we're not buying it because you don't like Tales. So again, if you want Tales and you want more Tales and you like this remastered project and you want the remastered project to go on further than just 2026, you gotta support stuff like this. Although, I gotta say, why is it $40 whenever a brand new IP that we just went over is $30? Why is this $40 whenever this is just a simple remaster that doesn't even include Xillia 2? Yeah, I could even see it being $50 if it included Xillia 2. At least you'd be getting two games right there. But yeah, it's $40 here. It does include a reversible inlay or reversible cover art if you prefer the original cover art right there. If you go ahead and you pre-order this, it's a pre-order bonus right there for the reversible inlay. Harvest Moon Home Sweet Home Special Edition launches on October 30th. Like I said, jam-packed. This is coming out for the PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC. Physical editions will be available for the PS5 and the Switch, with pre-orders including an acrylic standee featuring the game's box art. This originally launched on mobile back in 2024. The console and PC versions will include new features like the Hoverbike 5000 vehicle, 2 new marriageable candidates, new cutscenes, and more. It says you're not alone in your quest to revitalize Alba. Doc Jr. has set up his lab right in the village and is hard at work developing new inventions to help you out. Travel faster with the latest creations of Hoverbike 5000, a sleek hover scooter perfect for navigating Alba's expansive landscape. Tired of cleaning up your barn? Let the Clean Meister AutoVac take care of it for you. Doc Jr.'s new tech is exclusive to the special edition and designed to make your rural life smoother and more efficient. So yeah, it has some new returning favorites of bachelors and bachelorettes, all that kind of cool stuff. And here it is for $40 for the Nintendo Switch. Let me see if it shows the acrylic standees or anything. I don't think that it does right here, but it says that you do get that for ordering the physical edition. We have another trailer for Pokemon Legends ZA called the ZA Battle Club. This is coming out on October the 16th for the Switch 2 as well as the Switch 1. It says the ZA Battle is ready for the newest Link Battle entrance. Up to 4 players can take part in battles where they attempt to defeat as many of each other's Pokemon as they can within the time limit. Make full use of a variety of moves and mega evolutions and go on the offensive. I'll have links for purchase of this below as well for the Switch or Switch 2. And I've just got to say, look at the box art. The box art on the Switch 1 just looks so nice. It's big. It's fully fleshed out. You can see everything. It's gorgeous. And then you look at the box art on the Switch 2 and it's ugh. Like, all this red, like, what is all this red? It's just there and it's covering it all up, but then you have this, like, massive, I don't know, like, this thing down here talking about this QR code mess going on. Like, it's too much. It's just too much right there. I really like the Switch 1 box art so much nicer than the Switch 2 box art, I've just gotta say. Moving right along, Varlet release date has been moved up to August 27th in the West, so it was August 28th, but now it's going to be simultaneously worldwide release for the PS5, Switch, and PC. This is digital only. This is not anything. This is not physical. This is not any sort of collector's edition, even on the Nice America store. None of that. This is digital only. It says the developer published a English subtitled version of the latest pre-launch trailer, which I'm showing above me. It says, at the core of Varlet's experience is a dynamic triad stat system which shapes character progression based on player choices. These 6 distinct attributes are divided between light and dark triad traits. Light traits stats emphasize morality, sympathy, and altruism, while dark triad stats lean into Machiavellianism, psychopathy, and narcissism. Throughout the days at school, players will encounter a variety of simulations where they need to make a decision based on how to proceed or respond, with each decision point contributing towards the protagonist's own triad. This can potentially provide the protagonist with additional options in combat, with the Dark Triad unlocking powerful new skills and the Light Triad providing potent buffs to support allies, or unlock special new choices normally unavailable during the main scenario. This is very Persona. This is from the same people who brought us, the likes of Monarch. So do with that information what you will. Well, I spoke too soon. After that, I went and I scoured Google, and apparently it is available physically, but only on Play Asia. If you purchase the Asian version, it will be available in English right there. Subtitles in English right there, whereas voice language will be in Japanese. This is $60 over in Play Asia, links below. Bamco wins some and they also lose some. They're winning with Towa and the Sacred Tree, they're kind of losing with Xillia, and they're definitely losing here with Super Robot Wars. Why? Because the game isn't even announced yet and we already have DLC 1 and 2 packs. Woo-hoo. It says it has participating works debuting in their downloadable contents 1 and 2. So downloadable content 1 has Galaxy Cyclone Brager, the Big O, Futo Pi, the portrait of Kamen Rider Skull, and downloadable content 2 has Kotetsu Jag, Dynamic Planning Original Getter Robo, the Jet Black Drifters, Brave of the Legend Dagarn. I got nothing on any of those. Nothing. Coming out for the Switch, PS5, and PC on August 28th. A demo is available right now for the PlayStation 5 as well as the Switch. Again, digital only here in America. However, if you go to Play Asia, there is a Asian edition that you can go ahead and purchase for $70 for the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2, links below. I didn't really know where to put this, so I'm just putting it right here since we're talking about Namco Bandai anyway. This is on their official website, and they have Naruto X Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. Their premium collector's editions are available right now on massive sale from $100 down to $20. For this one, $140 down to $30 right here. Let's go ahead and look at this. So this it's 80% off, for God's sakes. So you get a whole bunch of stuff here. You get the trailers of the blonde kid and the brunette kid. I don't know who they are because I don't watch anime. And these, I guess that's a steelbook. It looks like a steelbook right there. This wall scroll and stuff. And I guess that's like an art thing right there. So yeah. Oh, it tells me right here. It's an art scroll and Naruto and Sasuke figurines. So yeah, I just wanted to bring this to your attention, although this isn't an RPG. A lot of people were talking about this, and I know that a lot of y'all are into Naruto and Boruto. So I figured that I would bring this up just as a nice thing for my audience. Why not? Major L that we all knew was coming, because Ys X Nordics came out, and then like 2 months, no, I think like even before it came out in the West, Ys Proud Nordics, maybe it was like a month after, I don't know. It was like right around the time that Ys Nordics came out over in Japan, they announced Ys X Proud Nordics. And then everybody was like, oh, well, why am I going to buy Ys 10 when for Proud Nordics it's just going to come out anyway? You know what I mean? Like, we were just waiting on it. It was the inevitable. And now it is here in the West for the Switch 2 and the PC. Not for the PS5 or anything else, not even the Switch 2 and the PC. And if you think that it's a key card on the Switch 2, you're correct. It is. Like, I don't know. Oh my god. Like, and then they have these collector's editions and everything else, and it's like, who is going to buy a collector's edition of something that's a key card? Like, the whole reason of getting a collector's edition to get these physical items, including the physical game, and then it's a key card, and it's just like, well, that really just defeats the entire purpose. Yeah. So anyway, it's here. Experience Adol and Karja's unforgettable journey across the Obelia Gulf with new quality of life improvements, then discover the new story centered around Oland Island and the mysterious newcomers Canute and Astrid. And once you're ready, challenge yourself on the devious time trial dungeons of Muspelheim, where every second counts. Your new adventure awaits. As the definitive edition of this critically acclaimed entry in the Ys series, Ys 10 Proud Nordics offers up all the fast-paced combat and enthralling narrative of the original release, along with new mechanics, a high-difficulty dungeon, and brand new storylines seamlessly integrated throughout the game. I looked on the NISA website to see if this was available or if the collector's edition was available. It is not yet available up on the website yet. Starbites! This is the game from the developer that I'm going to be interviewing during my panel next week at NISA. So really cool, really cool thing right here. Starbites launches in 2026 in the West for the PS5, Switch 2, Switch, and PC. This is a science fiction turn-based RPG. And yeah, it's really cool. Hop in your motorboat and ride towards freedom in the brand new RPG Starbites. On Bitter, a desert planet ravaged by the aftermath of an interstellar war, a young salvager named Lukita seeks to escape to the stars, but a sudden attack by giant robots sets events into motion that will change her life and the fate of Bitter forever. Explore the expansive landscape of Bitter atop your motorbot and fight your way to victory in turn-based battle system that's easy to learn and satisfying to master. Build up your party, kit out your motorbots with powerful equipment, and head off into the deserts of Bitter. Somewhere beneath the dunes, the truth of what happened 45 years ago awaits. It's giving me like Star Ocean vibes, giving me like Xenogears vibes, maybe some like Wild Arms vibes, like this like deserted planet, desert, apocalyptic landscape sort of thing, riding on mechs and all that, but traveling through the stars. Like, it looks really freaking cool. And also, this one is available over on the NIS America store. It is not yet available anywhere else right now. The collector's edition is $90. Let's see if it's more on Switch 2, which is a game key card. Of course it is. Same price on Switch 2. They're not going up there $10 for Switch 2. But yeah. So it looks like you get some really nice stuff right here. Why isn't this zooming in? Okay, there we go. So you get the acrylic standee right there of Lukita and her little motorbot right there. You get some artwork. You get some more acrylics down here. You get an art book. You get a soundtrack. You get the game. You get this nice box. You get these keychains. All sorts of really freaking cool stuff right here is available. That's really nice. And it looks like they have plenty in stock. I'm gonna look at the PS5 stock right here. Yeah, plenty in stock right here. Links below. A new website opened up for Neptunia Series 15th anniversary. I'm shocked that it's been 15 years. I feel like it's been longer than that Hyper Neptunia has been around, but apparently not. It first launched on the PS3 back in 2010 in Japan. They've only seen 4 numbered titles. Again, I thought that there was more numbered titles than just 4, but apparently not. There's Hyperdimension Neptunia, Neptunia MK2, Neptunia Victory, and Neptunia 7, as well as numerous remakes and spin-offs. Compile Heart previously said it plans to announce the next numbered Neptunia game in 2025. The end of the 15th anniversary trailer further teases the announcement with the text, "Thank you for playing," and "Continue." Outside of the trailer, Compile Heart also announced a Neptunia Series 15th anniversary survey, as well as an art contest, which is really freaking cool. Speaking of Neptunia, the Rebirth trilogy for the PS4 has been delayed to October the 28th, no longer out September 30th. Again, this fall is just jam freaking packed. Let's see. Each game will be available both physically and digitally. Due to a manufacturing setback, it became unlikely that the games would launch on September 30th. To ensure timely delivery, it will now be launched on October the 28th. Also, over here on the Neptunia store, you can purchase the bundle pack for $120 right here, and then it has the games plus the little standees or whatever right here available for $40 each. But if you want the bundle with the slipcase and all that kind of stuff, it has now been restocked. This was out of stock for quite a bit of time, but they literally just restocked it at 10 o'clock this morning. Whenever I say this morning, I mean Friday morning. It says purchase all 3 games via the bundle to get 10% off and an exclusive bonus. You have to purchase the bundle to receive the discount as well as the slipcase. So if you want this, make sure that you act very, very, very fast in order to grab it. It's no secret or mystery that I love It is no secret or mystery, let me start over, that I love an SNES styled game. And Kingdom of the Dump is just that, launching in November, set in a fantasy world full of garbo. Yeah, this is PC only as of right now. Welcome to the Lands of Phil. It's an SNES-inspired RPG set in the fantasy world of Garb, streamed by 2 full-time janitors. Join Dustin Binsley, the Trash Can Knight, as he travels across 5 and has kingdoms of the dump, fight fearsome, filthy foes, brave dungeons, dank dungeons, and take on the disgusting, toxic, I can't talk today, Gremlin army to save the dump from all-out war. This is turn-based grid combat, timed hits, no random encounters, jumping and platforming, a mode 7 world map, lots of really cool stuff. This one, as well as Quartet, I really do have my eye on. Another one that I have my eye on is Dreamed Away. Launching on October the 23rd, a PC demo is now available. I played this demo years ago. It was a different demo. It was a completely different experience. And I went through and I said, this is like Earthbound, just bad. I even went so far as to say, don't play this game, because that demo I did not enjoy. The developer reached out to me right afterwards. He thanked me very much for my feedback. I take no joy, believe me, I take no joy in slamming down a game that I think that I'll enjoy, especially a game from an indie developer who poured his heart and soul into it. But it was a time for me to give feedback. It was my way of giving this developer feedback, and that's how I did it. And I gave, give the feedback. It is what it is. He thanked me for my feedback, and he told me he took it all to heart, and he went through and he changed every single thing that I spoke about in that video. So yeah, because at that point, battles were like up to 5 minutes long. Like one random encounter was like 5 minutes long. I was like, this is ridiculous. So he changed it, and he took my feedback to heart, and I really do appreciate that. And I think that's a wonderful thing, that developers don't get like super defensive about it. They're like, oh yeah, this is constructive criticism. This is good. I'm going to take that to heart. I'm going to make those changes. So good on him. This is coming out for the Xbox, the Switch, and the PC on October the 23rd. The demo runs for an hour to an hour and a half. It's currently available on the PC. It's a pixel art indie RPG whose action takes place in France in the 90s. On a rainy summer night, Theo wakes up in his bedroom and realizes his parents and his sister Louise have disappeared. The true nature of the world lays itself bare. Ghosts and phantoms haunt Theo inside the catacombs and other dark places where he searches for his missing sister, always a step behind and seemingly never able to catch up. If you want to know what this game is about, please be sure to check out the demo. And I literally just said I love an SNES RPG. Here we are again. Telenet RPG Collection announced for the Nintendo Switch, due out November 27th in Japan. They have previously said that this will come out in English as well. We just don't have an English release date or announcement or anything else like that. We just know that it is coming. It includes the following 3 titles: Dark Kingdom, Hyoden Mamono Tachi Tono Chikai, The Journey Home: Quest for the Throne. Okay, so what are these games? Well, we know that Dark Kingdom was a really cool game right there. It's like a clock tower sort of thing right there. This is the one that I couldn't pronounce. In English, it's called, I'm on ROM hacking right now because these games have been translated into English on ROM hacking. It's translated as The Legend of the Scarlet King, and it says Hyoden is a quirky title from many of the developers who went on to make games like Tensei no Uta, Tales of Phantasia, the Star Ocean series, and Valkyrie Profile. You play as a crown prince who have fled the castle under attack and begin to employ monsters to help you. It's a point-and-click strategy RPG for the SNES, and it's very PC-like. You can even make windows so you can follow the action easier when you split up your party. Huh. The PC-like implementation does suffer a bit from the SNES's small display, but the graphics don't look too rough and the intro is quite pretty. If you're a Moti Sakuraba fan, you'll love the sound. If not, you might find it a bit dull. If you can handle the quirkiness, you've got a neat strategy RPG on your hands. These people also went on to create Wild Arms. The other game is Newegger, which I have played before back in the day when this was first translated, apparently back in 2006. So yeah, a year after graduating college, I must have played this. Newegger is a wonderful little title, if very short. It's one of those overhead action RPGs, similar to Zelda. It says, actually, I think it's close to Lagoon, just a heck of a lot better. Yeah, because Lagoon sucked. The graphics aren't exactly anything to write home about, but that's okay because the fact that it's a completely fun game makes up for the graphics. The game follows the story of Duke, the banished son of Count of Newegger, who is returning home to investigate the sudden appearance of pirates around his homeland. It's a pretty good game and should be worth your time. This is really freaking cool. I'm surprised that Tensi no Uta isn't included in this RPG collection. I thought that that would be in there. Maybe they'll come out with like a second collection and it will include that one, so that's interesting right there. But anyway, that's it for the new RPG news. We, like I said, we had a lot of stuff to cover this week. Lots of stuff, lots of links down below in the video description to support these developers, to support these games, to support physical editions, physical releases. It's very important. I hope you guys do that and have a good day.